What is up, everybody? I'm William. Today I'm going to be giving some tips on how new players can find the right sensitivity and HUD layout for them in Project Breach. Now, anytime you talk about sensitivity, you're going to be talking about some personal preference. Different people prefer different sensitivities. But I do have some drills here that'll hopefully be a shortcut for you to find your comfort zone in the game. I think the best place to start is to go into your HUD layout. We'll talk about a few things there and how to actually adjust your sensitivity, and then we'll go over some drills in-game that'll help you find if it's right for you or not. So we're going to go to Settings. The first thing right here is, this is how you actually adjust your sensitivity. Now this is adjusting your sensitivity for X. That's what these numbers are. So this is this sensitivity. This is Y sensitivity. Going back into Settings here, this is where I have mine set. Here is where you adjust your sensitivity. So you kind of decide what you want there, and again, that's just going to be personal preference. The only other thing that I really want to talk about here is under Change HUD. This is where you go and you can mess with all of your buttons. The one thing that I do recommend that you change no matter what is your gadget buttons. You should put these buttons in a place where you will still have full control of your character's movement, peeking and looking around. On default, the two buttons are going to be here. When you leave it here, and let's say, when you pull out a grenade, it makes it really hard to strafe right and hold the grenade. I put the buttons over here so that I can pull the grenade, hold it, and I still have full control of my character while I'm holding the grenade. I think that's important. So setting up your HUD is going to be personal preference again. Alright, let's get back into the game here and talk about some drills to help you zero in on that sensitivity now that you know where to adjust it. Here's what I like to do. I like to find two random objects on the map, so we will pick these two pillars and just start moving between them, and you want to try and move relatively fast and trying to land on them as you flick between them. Now, if you find yourself starting on this pillar and ending up over here, and you're going past it every single time, that can mean that your sensitivity is a bit too high. You might want to adjust it down. If you find yourself landing short and not getting the full distance between them, that can mean your sensitivity needs to be turned up a little bit more so that you're covering more ground as you are turning. Don't stay on the same object the whole time, so you do a little bit here. Now let's find two objects here. So we'll go with these two boxes, so from here to here. And you want to try to be as precise as possible so that you're landing on there and finding if you're overshooting or undershooting consistently. Again, keep finding different objects. Find ones that are farther apart. So these two pillars right here are pretty close together. So you can see I'm undershooting and overshooting a little bit. If I was a new player here and doing this, I would probably adjust my sensitivity a little bit. Maybe I'll adjust my sensitivity even as a veteran, but that's really how you can kind of zero in and find that comfort zone. Now that we're here in Skyscraper, we can go in and move around, and we can go after some bots and see how this sensitivity feels. We can keep tweaking it until we feel really good with our sensitivity. I do recommend once you feel comfortable, stick with it for a couple days unless it feels really awful or unless something really bad is happening. Make sure that you're giving it a chance to register. Don't have just one bad gunfight and then change it. That's really my tips for finding your sensitivity and HUD layout there. I hope this is useful for you and you get in there and you turn into an aiming all-star in Project Breach in no time.